One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good morning. All right, I'm backing out, y'all. And it is 8:51 in the morning, and I just wanted to jump on. I was asked to make a very similar video for the gentlemen that I made for the ladies. I made a video for the ladies about the 3 types of men. Be careful with these 3 types of men. I didn't call the men red flags. I just said be careful. Y'all, the sun is out here, so I'm going to forewarn y'all. I don't know if I can move my phone around. But I need to drive to Charlottesville this morning to see about my daughter. And I said, let me make this video. I'm hoping it's not going to be too quick, but the sun is out here. So I don't have another phone holder to move my phone. So if it gets to be too much, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. Because I am actually in a rental. My car is being repaired. Okay, let me jump in. This video is for the gentlemen. Gentlemen, let me get my wipers out because, oh my gosh, the water on the car froze over overnight. Okay, there we go. I don't know how everything in the car work, y'all. Okay, what is going on? Okay, let's see if I can turn it off. There we go. So, good morning, y'all. Okay, the wiper's not turning off, y'all. I'm all over the place. These are the 3 women that I want you to beware of. That's what I'm titling this, okay? Beware of these 3 women. Now, I'm going to preface this video because somebody is going to feel a way. Okay? I'm going to preface this video right now. Somebody's going to feel a way about the 3 types of women I'm going to warn the men about. All right? And that's something you need to work out within yourself. You got to work that out within yourself. I have been called to bring forth a level of truth, right? I've been called to bring forth a level of harsh truth that there will be many people that either won't like or won't agree with. Okay. All right. That's okay. You are entitled not to agree. You are entitled to feel triggered. However, I am giving the men on my platform, I want them to understand that these 3 types of women, could cause undue, unnecessary problems for you in the relationship, in the dating relationship. So be very mindful. And you also want to find this out, just like I told the women. Within 30 days, I find out a whole lot about a man. Within 30 days. Okay? I am Detective Gadget. And women are, allowing themselves to be love bombed and allowing all this foolishness to go on the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Y'all swimming in a cocktail of love hormones. And then by the time the reality hit, the truth hit, now, oh, I love him. So fellas, don't do that either. In the first 30 days, you are Detective Gadget. All right, let's jump in. The first woman, number 1, I want you to beware of women who have experience. And this one, like I said, people won't feel a way about it. But I need you to find out if a woman has experienced any form of sexual abuse or sexual trauma. And this might be difficult. This may be tricky to find out, right? Because technically, you have not earned that story in the first 30 days, in my humble opinion. So most women, they may not share that story with you because, in my opinion, you haven't earned it. Unless you are one heck of a guy, you have really not earned that story. But on the flip side, because I know women and I know how they are and I know how they operate, many of them are going to share that story. Especially if you're a good listener, if you are kind or compassionate or empathetic, they're going to share that story. At some point, they're going to share that story. The other thing you could do, and I don't see men doing this enough, is you could ask. You could just all out ask. Has anything like that ever happened to you? Or, you could ask. The woman may not tell you because you have not earned the right to that story. And that's, hey, I can't fault her for that because she don't know you like that. But I also know women, and just like men use women for free therapy, a lot of women use men for free therapy. So they tell all their business to a man that they barely know. And, you want to find this out sooner rather than later, okay? And there's many reasons for this. Now, here we go with the sun. Hold on. Keep in mind that I'm not saying this to judge anyone. I'm not saying this to make light of anyone's trauma or any of that. Like this is serious business. This is serious business. People's traumas, people's wounds, people's sexual trauma, people's rape. This is serious. Okay? So I'm not going there. I'm simply telling you there are a plethora of issues and problems and things that arise when a woman has experienced that you need to be made aware of. It is a special type of man that can be with a woman that has had any kind of sexual abuse, sexual trauma, has experienced rape, any of that. It takes a really, emotionally intelligent, high-functioning man, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes along with that. We don't talk about these things. We do not talk about these things. It's like we can't talk about these things. But it's the truth. It's the truth. So you want to figure that out. You want to know, okay, has this woman been through this? Because that's going to come along with a whole lot. And unless she tells you, yes, that's happened to me, but I've undergone, I can't get over it. I've undergone, lots of treatment, lots of trauma, EMD therapy, or whatever, if that's the case, great. It's not to say that you cannot be in a healthy relationship with a woman who's experienced this, but I do want you to be aware of it, that you cannot, take this lightly. You cannot find yourself in a relationship with a woman who's experienced this and you're thinking to yourself, it's going to be a walk in the park. No. There's lots of underlying things that are going to come out of this, and you may not know how to handle it. You may not know how to deal with it. So I just want you to understand that, you have got to you've got to be a high functioning, emotionally intelligent man. That's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, but you need to know that. You need to know that. I've had male family members and male friends, and they get into relationships with women that have sexual trauma, that have wounds, that have stuff going on. And, it's a lot. It's a lot. And they are like, yeah, this is a whole lot. There's a whole lot going on here. I'm not sure how to deal with it or navigate it. And can I be honest? I'm going to be honest, whether y'all like it or not. Some of y'all are insensitive. Some of y'all men, you don't have good emotional intelligence. You're insensitive. You're not empathetic. You're not kind or compassionate. And so that exacerbates the whole situation. The fact that you don't know how to deal with it. The fact that you aren't sensitive to that sort of information. So therein lies the problem. You have a person who is deeply traumatized or wounded, and then you have a person who don't have a clue how to deal with it or how to manage it or how to, be kind and compassionate about it. So you bring those two people together, and it's a recipe for disaster. So just be mindful of that. Be aware. Ask questions. Get information. Find out about that person's journey or healing. Okay, because some of y'all just, you know what I'm saying. All right, that's the first person. The first woman. The second woman is, and this is another one, it's a sensitive topic, but again, I gotta say it. I've got to say it. The second woman is the woman who has significant mental health conditions. If a woman has a mental health condition, that mental health condition could be depression, it could be anxiety, it could be a personality disorder. Ooh, we don't talk about this enough. We do not talk about this enough. Okay? If she has narcissistic personality disorder, if she has borderline personality disorder, ooh, we don't talk about this enough. You gonna be put through the ringer. Like, can I be honest? You gonna go through some things. You gonna be put through the ringer. And again, if you don't have a clue about any of this, if you don't have a clue about the BPD woman and the roller coaster ride you are about to go on, and look, I've had some men, well, I love roller coasters. I love going, okay, you're not gonna get no reprieve though. You're gonna live on that roller coaster 24/7, highs and lows, ins and outs. We together, we broken up. Like, if you want to live like that, please assess for mental health conditions. I cannot express this enough. Assess a woman's mental health, please, okay? And even if it's a severe depression, you're going to be with a woman that all kinds of things are going to trigger that depression, and she's inoperable. Like, can I be honest? I have a couple right now where the man is like, yeah, when she gets into these major depressive disorder, episodes, she's inoperable. She don't cook, she don't clean, she don't take care of the kids, we don't make love, she's inoperable. And you need to know that. We don't talk about it enough. And this is what I'm going to say, because again, I'm going to get heat, especially being a mental health professional. I'm going to get heat for saying that, but it's the truth. And if that condition is untreated, right? If the mental health condition is untreated, if that person is not attending therapy, if that person is not on medication, if that person is not getting some form of treatment, reading books or going through other treatments, somatic treatments, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. To be in a relationship with someone with an untreated mental health condition, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Okay? Lirum 3 says, hi, Anita, from Nice to cross you here. Not so easy with our time difference. Glad to see you healthy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But that's the truth, y'all. That is the truth. And so I have men right now that they are or were in relationships with women with mental health conditions, substance abuse. I'm going to add that to the category of mental health condition because it is in the DSM-5. So if she has a substance abuse problem, if she is an alcoholic, if she has a problem with pills, if she has a problem smoking marijuana, and yes, I'm include marijuana, y'all. Why are we acting like people who get high every day is normal? That's not normal. Okay, I was in Las Vegas last week, and I mean, everywhere we went, walking around in the street, walking around outside, people smoking weed. That's not normal. And y'all are trying to normalize it now that it's been legalized in many, many states. Y'all are trying to normalize getting high every day. That is insanity. That's not normal. That's not normal. So if she's smoking weed every day, heck, if you're smoking weed every day, you have a problem. But if she's on pills, if she's addicted to pills, if she's shooting up, if she's using cocaine, if she's, on substances, if she's alcoholic, if she's going out and drinking to intoxication 3 or 4 times a week, that's a problem. That's a problem. Should no man want that? Okay? So I'm going to include substance abuse in the mental health category. Okay? But the mental health conditions, the personality disorders, can we be real? You don't want no narcissistic personality disordered woman. That's a nightmare. And look, some of y'all think women in general, like that's our natural state. No, it's not. Narcissism is not a female's natural state. Our natural state is to give. Our natural state is to multiply. Our natural state is to be a helpmeet. That's the way God designed us. So this whole, it's all about me, and the world revolves around me, and I'm entitled, and he better do this and that, and I better get the bag, that's not natural. That is a symptom of our culture. That's what the devil has created down here on earth. That's not what God created women to be. Women are natural givers, they're natural multipliers, they're natural nurturers, they're helpmeets. That's what God created us to be, and that's our natural state. So this whole sugar baby and, I'm not doing nothing unless you pay me, and if you give me money, that's not natural. That's the culture. That's the demonic culture we find ourselves in. So fellas, stop saying that. You meet a good woman, especially a good, authentic, Orthodox Christian woman. Nah, we're not built like that. I don't, stop it right now. We're not built like that, okay? But you're going to be taken for a ride. If she is a sociopath, a psychopath, you're going to be taken for a ride. And definitely the borderline. Borderline is just running rampant today. And a lot of these disorders are coming out of trauma. Women who have experienced trauma, you have to understand where these disorders come from. It is traumatic experiences. It is all forms of abuse by their parents in their adolescence. That's where these disorders come from. Is the traumas that women have experienced. And it's really, really sad. But at the same time, again, I don't wish that on my son. I don't wish that on my male family members. If I had a male family member or my son brought a woman home and I saw those hints of borderline, I'd say, nope. No, son. No. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. So I have to tell him, no, there's some borderline here. This girl has some borderline. Okay? I can talk in another video, and I will, about the symptoms of borderline personality disorder, because I do think men need to know what to look for when you're talking about borderline personality disorder, when you're talking about narcissistic personality disorder. I'll go into that in another video, and I will talk about those signs and symptoms, whether they're in men or in women. But here's what we know. Most people with narcissistic personality disorder are men. Okay? Most people with borderline personality disorder are women. All right? And it's not to say that there are not male borderline personality disordered people, or there are not female narcissistic personality disordered people. It's just the majority of narcissists are male. The majority of borderlines are female. Okay? All right. That's number 2. And number 1 and 2 are probably the most controversial. Because y'all just, people feel a way when you talk about this stuff and you tell people, hey, be aware of this, stay away from this. People just feel away, like, oh, don't they? And look, this with the people who have those things. Well, don't they deserve love too? They deserve love too. That's what y'all say. So, that's 1 and 2. Okay. Lastly, number 3, and this is not exhaustive. Y'all need to understand that I can't talk about all the things like in one video. I can talk about 3 of the things. That's what I'm talking about in this video. 3 of the women, 3 of the types of women. There are many more types of women. Many, 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 many more. Just like I talked about the 3 types of men, there are many, 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 many more types of men. I just talked about 3 in that video, and I'm talking about 3 in this video. The third woman is you want to find out, similar to the man's video, to the woman's video, you want to find out if that woman has cheated. So the cheater woman, that's a special type of woman. that's a special type of woman, y'all. The cheater woman, that's a special type of woman. Okay? Beware the cheater woman. Because in my humble opinion, that's a special type of woman. Okay. He said, you driving real fast out there, Dr. Anita. I'm driving 69 miles an hour. That's the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. Because I got the, what is it? I got the thing on. Y'all, my old mind. The cruise control. So I'm driving 69 miles an hour. But the cheater woman, be mindful of a woman who has cheated. Okay? And again, some of y'all not going to like this because in y'all's mind's eye, you had a good reason or, oh, my husband was, neglecting me or he was doing this or that or he was abusing me and blah, blah, blah. Nah, baby, it's a character flaw. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Your character was poor at the time. Now, maybe your character is better. Because as I've stated before, there's 2 types of cheaters. Okay? If you are a type 1 cheater and you recognize that was wrong, I shouldn't have done that, there's no excuse. Right? If you recognize, your lack of character in that situation, okay then, and you're working on, being better. I need to be a better person. I need to have morals and values and, I need to be a moral person. But the type 2 cheater? No, baby. The type 2 cheater will cheat. And it's not about you. It's not about what you do. It's not about what you have. It's not about what you give her. She gonna cheat. She gonna cheat. So please assess the type 2 cheater woman. Because this is the woman that when men are talking about, oh, if I got to work a lot, or if I'm in a master's program, or if I hurt my back and we can't do anything, or I lose my job. Oh, y'all love that one. Oh, my woman left me because I lost my job. Okay, you was in a situation with a type 2 cheater type of woman. You was in a situation with a woman that really didn't ride for you like that. She really wasn't down for you like that. Can I be honest? So, and you didn't assess well. If that's all it takes for her to leave you for somebody else or for her to go off, like that woman wasn't really riding for you like that. And you should have assessed that situation better. And yes, she has her fault in it too. I'm not saying she's not wrong. She wrong. But baby, we all have to be responsible for ourselves. We keep wanting to put off our responsibility to keep ourselves safe on other people. Well, they shouldn't have did this and they shouldn't have did that. You are responsible for you. You have to assess people. You have to vet people very carefully. Y'all get into these crazy situations and then this is how you don't learn anything because you put it off on the other person. Well, they did this and they did that. And they're a bad person. They're an awful person. They're a narcissistic person. That you chose? Because that's the part you didn't say. That's the part you was silent. There are all these horrible things that I chose. I got into a consensual relationship with a narcissistic person. I got into a consensual relationship with a cheater. I got into a consensual relationship with, see? So, come on, stop. Stop. So many women have, I assume that's hidden agendas. Okay? So many women have hidden agendas. That's people, baby. Okay? Because everybody wants something. Like, can we be honest? Everybody wants something. Men want something. Women want something. And what you need to do is be authentic, be vulnerable, be your genuine self, and say what that something is. That's everybody. Okay? So, put your cards on the table. Insist that that person do the same thing. If they cannot do that, leave them where they stand. That's what y'all refuse to do. You don't put your cards on the table. You wait until the other person puts theirs on the table before you put your no. I put my cards on the table. And if that person cannot do the same, I walk away. That person can show up and give me the same authenticity, vulnerability, genuineness, kindness, compassion. I go, well, I tried. But see, y'all, you don't want to lead with vulnerability. You don't want to be honest. You don't want to be authentic. You don't want to be real. You don't want to be genuine. You want to see if that person will do it first, and then you'll give it back. In that regards, I lead. I say, yeah, I'm going to lead with this, and either the person can do it or they can't. And if they can't, I just walk away. Simple as that. Okay? But everybody has an agenda. That is not specific to women. Men and women, they want something. Anytime a man shows up in my face, he wants something. He wants something, plain and simple. And I know that. And I tend to either ask him directly, right? That's how Anita goes about it. And this is what I teach women to do. And a lot of women don't do this, but I teach them to do it. I say, ask the man directly in the first 30 days, what does he want? Like, point blank, period. What do you want? And then you're going to observe his behavior to see if the behavior actually aligns with what it is he says he wants. That's how I do it. I'm very open. I'm very much myself. I'm very transparent. I don't have much to hide. I have an inner world and an inner life that, again, a man has to earn. A man has to earn the right to my inner world and my inner life. It's like layers. I'm going to give him the private me. I'm going to give him, he's going to get the public me. Then he's going to get the private me. And then if he's earned it, he'll get the inner me. Those are the 3 levels of how we show up with people. Public persona, private, inner. Okay? But I'm going to just ask. I'm going to straight up ask, so what do you, why me? I do that quite often. And it leaves men tongue-tied because they're like, well, dang, I never had anybody just come on out and ask me, why am I here? Yeah, why are you here? Why me? What is it about me? I love that question. And so whatever they tell me, now, okay, and I'm going to, sometimes I write it down. Can I be honest? Sometimes I memorize it, but sometimes I'll actually go home and write it down. If we're on the phone, I'll write it down. If I'm on a date, I'll come home and write it down or put it in my phone. But from that day forward, now, that's the blueprint, right? That's what I'm hoping will show up in his actions. If it does not, then I will call it out. That's when I put 2 and 2 together and I say, that's so interesting that you said you wanted X, Y, and Z. And what you're doing is something different. See? So, men, you all can do that too. You can just come out and ask, like, what are you looking for? What is your intention? What do you hope to see happen? And then listen, and then you're going to observe. Can I be honest with y'all? The number one thing that, in my humble opinion, men and women suck at, you all suck at, is the observation piece. You all do not observe. You do not sit back objectively and watch people. It's hard for y'all to do that. Maybe it's my INFJ. Maybe it's my Aquarian nature, right? Because that's like natural for me to sit back and objectively observe. I could be crazy about a man, right? I could be crazy about a man. I could think the world of a man, and I still will go, okay, let me take myself out of this. Let me take myself out of my feelings. And I will just observe him. I observe the way he talks on the phone. I observe the way he texts. I observe the way he interacts with other people. I observe like how he deals with his children, how he deals with his family. I just observe him. That comes very natural for me. But yet I notice other people can't do that. It's like once they're in it, they're in it. They can't extract themselves out of it ever. And so they get so close. It's like y'all get so close up, so in it, that you can't see all of this other stuff out here. I'm always way out here. I'm always observing. And again, if what you told me and what you're doing don't add up, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something. And look, if the man, feel a way about that, if he flip out and he feel a way and he don't like it, that's strike number one. Like, so you are offended that your words and your actions are not aligning. That's what you're saying? You offended that I recognize that your words and actions don't align? Man, get out of here. Okay? But yeah, I want you to be that transparent. Y'all are so busy trying to play cool guy, trying to play cool girl. You're so busy. And look, I teach strategy. I teach people strategy. And part of the strategy is being genuine. Part of the strategy is being your authentic self. Part of the strategy is calling people out. Is being forthright and straightforward. That's actually part of the strategy that I teach. So it's not a game when I tell women, stop going out with a man every night of the week that you just met. That's not a game. She should have a life that doesn't allow for that. Like right now, if I met the man of my dreams today, I can't see him tomorrow. I'm off today. I'm off today. I have a phone call meeting at 10 o'clock. Other than that, I'm off. I'm driving to Charlottesville to see about my daughter. I'm going to stay here for an hour or two, and then I'm going to drive back. I'm going to make a bunch of phone calls. I'm going to do some administrative paperwork. But tomorrow, I have to see clients. So if I met him and he was like, yeah, let's go on a day trip tomorrow. I cannot. Well, let's do something Wednesday. Nope. I could see you Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Can I be honest? That would be the next time I would be able to see him. Saturday afternoon at 1. I could talk on the phone for maybe 30 minutes to an hour. But I don't have a life where I can see a man every day of the week that I just met. Okay? She said, people don't like that. I got called confrontational. No, it's just being direct. People are not used to people who are direct. People are not used to people who are transparent, who are curious, who are open. You're exactly right, because they're so busy trying to run game. They're so busy trying to play the cool girl or the cool guy. That's why. And how about this? They're so busy wearing a mask. And how dare you call them out on that? They're so busy trying to pretend to be someone they're not. So when you're a person that just asks questions and is like, yeah, so what, why me? What is it about me that you find interesting? Yeah, they're just like, oh, how dare you? Yeah, it's really wild. That surprises me that at our age, people aren't used to directness. Yeah, it's weird. I agree with you. I think it's weird too. Because that's me all day long. And again, I had people even say about my platform, I like the message, but it's too direct, or you're too harsh. Your delivery is masculine. It's too harsh. Now, here's what I'm going to say about that. and I'm going to own this. Being an integrated woman, so I am in the 10%? Yes. So here's a little statistic that you should know. 85% of women are by nature feminine energy, right? And it's because of the hormones, it's because of the parts, it's because of the female brain. 85% of women are what we call feminine energy. 5% of women, 5% of biological women, I want you to really think about this, are predominantly masculine. That is a part of their actual nature, is that masculine energy. That's 5% of women. The other 10% of women are what we call integrated. I am in that 10%. I am an integrated woman. That means that I have figured out how to balance the masculine side of myself and the feminine side of myself. So that's why I have a lot of male friends, I have a lot of male colleagues, I have a lot of male acquaintances, and they can talk to me about women, and they feel very comfortable. They're like, yeah, why are women like this? Why are women like that? And I understand exactly what they're talking about. I don't get offended. I don't get in my feelings about it. I'm like, yep, that's exactly how women be doing. You right. You right. Because I can see both sides of that coin. I can also talk to women about men. And I go, yep, men be doing that. You right. Okay? I am integrated. So I have learned, I've mastered the use of the right side of my brain and the left side of my brain. I'm not an irrational, illogical woman. I can be in, heated situations, and I can drop into that more rational, logical side of my mind. I'm not hysterical. I'm not, making decisions solely on my feelings. I have developed the skill of doing things I hate, right? I don't always have to feel good to do good. That is definitive of the feminine. The feminine must feel good to do good. The masculine, on the other hand, must do good to feel good. Okay, that's the difference. But I have learned how to do that. I've learned how to just put my head down, get a job done that I hate. It sucks, and I just do it. And when the job is over, I can feel good. Like, whew, I finally got those notes out of the way. I finally got that paperwork out of the way. But I'll be honest, there is a part of me that does need to feel good to do good. And when things feel better, yes, it's easier for me to accomplish a task. But I am in that 10% of integrated women, okay? And that's only 10%, y'all. Most women, they're not able to do that. They see things through the lens of their emotion. They see things through the lens of their feeling. They can be irrational and illogical. They tend to get all riled up when there's conflict. All the things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, come on. So, just understand that. And the same for men. 85% of men are by nature masculine energy. That's their predominant energy. 5% of men are feminine energy. Okay? And I didn't say gay. I didn't say bisexual. I said feminine energy. And then there's the 10% of men that are integrated. They have learned how to integrate that feminine and masculine side of themselves. And those are your incredibly emotionally intelligent men. Those are your men who are empathic and helpers, your psychologists, your therapists. Like, those are the men that, to be honest, they're like the unicorns. They're the unicorns in this for a woman, because we're like, wow, he has the ability to see kind of both sides. He's not demonizing me. Those men don't demonize women because they have a feminine side that says, yeah, I understand how that feels bad. I understand why it's hard to operate in this situation when you feel so bad. Like, they understand it. They get it. Most men don't. Most masculine energy men don't. Okay? So just understand that, again, men can be in that feminine energy state, and they are in that state when they are creative. Your musicians, your writers, your chefs, any man who is your painters, your artists, right? These are all men who are in that feminine energy. They're in that feminine state. Okay? So we're not gonna make it seem like, oh, all these men are gay. No, they're not. There are plenty of heterosexual men who have mastered their feminine state. So that's it. Okay? But those are the 3 women. I'm going to wrap up this video because those are the 3 women that I want men to be mindful of. Please be mindful of those 3 types. I could go on, just like I said in the females video. I could go on and on. But those are the top 3 that, in my humble opinion, if you attempt a relationship with them and they have not done their work, they have not done any inner work, they're not treating the problem, no, it's not going to go well. You are, in essence, choosing. You are choosing to ride that roller coaster all day and all night. Okay? So just understand that. Now I'm gonna summarize. You ready? The first type of woman is sexual abuse. Okay, so if she has any sexual abuse, if she's had rape in her background or sexual abuse, that's the first one. The second type of woman is the woman with the mental health condition, the woman with substance abuse. Okay, mental health / substance abuse. The third type of woman is the cheating woman. Okay, so if she has cheated previously, if she has cheated on multiple partners, it's a no. Stop thinking that you're different. That's your ego. That's your ego telling you that you're a different type of man, that you can change her, that, she not going to do that with me. No, just say, no, thank you. Okay? And I keep telling women this. Let a man tell me he has cheated on his ex-wife or all his ex-wives. I'm like, I'm a pass. It's a no. Okay? There's no part of me that believes that I am any different. Okay? I leave him where he stands. And ladies, y'all need to do the same. And gentlemen, you need to do the same. Stop thinking that, and look, it's the classic, what we call save a hoe. All right? I'm going to say it like that. It's the classic save a hoe. Right? It's the man going in the strip club and, being a regular at the strip club, falling in love with his favorite dancer, getting private lap dances, and the whole time, you need to quit doing this. You need to let me take care of you. You want to go back to school? You want to do something different? Baby, what? What are you on? What are you on? You talk about the definition of simping. So, you're not going to change her. You're not going to turn a hoe into a housewife, as they say. That's not going to happen. And it's sad because it speaks to a man's codependency. When men do that, when they think, I'm going to save her. I'm going to save her from her mental health. I'm going to save her from her addiction. I'm going to save her from her past sexual trauma. I'm going to say, no, baby, no, you're not. You're going to destroy you. That's what you're going to do. You're going to destroy you. So, check your ego. That's what a lot of men need to do. Check your ego. You ain't that great. You ain't. Okay? And that's all. That's what I got for you. But I had to do a similar video for the men because I'm seeing men making the same mistakes. Y'all making the same mistakes. Y'all meeting these women in relationships with other men, and you decide, dude, you cheating with the woman, and then, she leave him for you. You a darn fool. You a darn fool. You the dumbest man I know. If you think you gonna make the woman that you cheated with your woman, you a darn fool. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You done lost your ever-loving mind. If you think that this woman's cheating on her husband with you, and now she your woman? Really? And you think this gonna work out? It's not gonna work out. Okay? So, that's on you. That's on you. Okay? Alright, have a great rest of your day. The sun is on my phone. Let me see if I can put my hand up. Those men falling in love with strippers be the ones that bypass all the nice ladies. Yeah, I don't have any sympathy for them. I don't. I really don't. I don't have any sympathy. And I know that's horrible. I can't tell y'all how many guy friends that, like I said, they've been in these situations. And look, the fact that I'm not sympathetic, they be like, well, dang, Anita, you don't even care. I was like, I really don't, because you did this to yourself. Like, I really don't. That's dumb. Like, I be saying it right to their face. You dumb. Because Stevie Wonder can see through this. It's hard, man. It's hard to be sympathetic. Because it's like, come on now. Come on. Stop it. All right. Where are the nice ladies? Oh, they're out here. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them. Don't start that. It's plenty of them. Okay? She said, I guess they're not in your family. All right, y'all. I got to go. Thank you for watching. If you are watching this on Instagram, as y'all may or may not know, so I took a break for 3 months. I'm trying to get back into the algorithm. So please help me to do that. All you have to do is press the thumbs up button. That will help get my video back in the algorithm. If you are not subscribed to the channel, to my YouTube channel, please go over there and subscribe. You can share this video with anyone you think could benefit from it. That would also help me to get back into the algorithm. All right. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And I'm looking forward to school that will be starting up soon. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, stay open to love.